Tired of your car insurance rate going up, even with a clean driving record? You're not alone. That's why there's Jerry, your proactive insurance assistant. Jerry compares rates side by side from over 50 top insurers and helps you switch with ease. Jerry even tracks market rates and alerts you when it's best to shop. No spam calls, no hidden fees. Drivers who save with Jerry could save over $1,300 a year. Switch with confidence. Download the Jerry app or visit jerry.ai/Libsyn today. That's JERRY.ai/LIBSYN.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Jenna Tries podcast. I am back after a fantastic Memorial Day weekend, despite it raining so much. It's rained and rained and rained and rained, and we have had 2 months of rain in the last 3 days, maybe more because it also rained all day today, and it is currently raining right now. I'm hoping that a giant torrential downpour does not start because it gets really noisy in my office when that happens. And there's been thunder. I mean, honestly, so much rain, but it's been great. And we're back and we're doing lots of fun stuff. I got a lot that I want to talk about on today's episode. I hope you guys have been enjoying the show. I'm excited because I'm starting to get some texts from y'all, which means you're listening. Thank you for listening. Okay, so first I'm going to read this text because I like to just dive right into the show. Then I'll give you a little bit about my weekend, okay? We had some fun. All right, so this is a text I received over the weekend. Hi, Jenna. My thoughts about dropping off the kids at birthday parties is that I don't love it, but I wish I did. My son is 2, so it doesn't apply yet, but I'm a therapist, and one of the occupational hazards is hearing all the bad things that happen to kids. I'm extra cautious about this kind of, but I'm a therapist, and one of the occupational hazards is hearing all the bad things that happen to kids, So I'm extra cautious about this kind of thing. But I don't want to be a helicopter parent or keep them in a bubble, so it's tough. Yes. Okay. Her question is, have you been able to keep up with Allison Rosen these days? I miss you and #out on her show and always hope you can stay connected, though I know life is busy. Okay, so I'm going to answer your question first, and then I'm going to just touch on your thoughts about the birthday party thing. You guys remember in the last episode, we talked about dropping kids off for birthday parties or having the parents hang around. Does that need to happen for a long time? I know when they're little, it's fine. It's complicated, but your question, Allison, yes, she is my pal. I know I haven't been on her show in a while. Life is really crazy and busy, but I just want you guys to know Allison Rosen will be my friend for life. She's just one of those people that even if we are not talking a lot, the minute we're together, everything's great. Everything's normal. Everything just picks up where it left off. So I love Allison and she will be my friend for life. Friend for life. Yes. And about the parenting thing. Oh my goodness. As a therapist, I'm sure you've heard the worst things. And this is why I think so many of us millennial parents despise sleepovers. Because one, we had a lot of sleepovers and we knew a lot of crazy stuff happened. I remember kids trying to hypnotize each other and it was weird. One girl got really hurt because she and her friend were messing around on a treadmill in the basement and cut her face and it was just terrible. Terrible things happen. You stay up all night, you're tired, you're grumpy, you do mean things to each other, girls fight, all the bad things happen. Sleepovers are not happening in my house. No, thank you. But I am pretty okay with the birthday party thing. However, I get it. You've probably heard the worst stories. It is so tough in this day and age. I'm telling you, I'm the same way. I do not want to be a helicopter parent. I don't want to do it. It's not fun. It makes parenting terrible. And I don't want to do it, but I'm also neurotic. Okay? I'm neurotic and I stress out about everything and I always think the worst is happening and I got to knock it off. Okay. Whew. All right. Thank you for your text. You guys, send texts. They're so much fun. I love them. And texting, isn't it a great invention? Aren't we so happy we have texting now? Oh, it's the best. Okay, so we had a really fun Memorial Day weekend. It started out, we went to Chattanooga and we did the, what is it called? It's an incline railroad thing. Basically, it's like a crooked train that goes straight up a mountain, a funicular. I don't know. Guys, don't quote me on these things. It's from that song. You remember that song? Funiculi, funicula, funiculi, funicula. That was a song about a train that would go up Mount Vesuvius. Anyway, this is one of those weird incline trains. I can't remember the name of it in Chattanooga, but it was way scary. It's essentially just like a pulley system, and you literally go straight up a mountain in a train car. And I gotta tell you, right from the start, I was wildly uncomfortable. Very nervous the whole way. It takes 10 minutes to go up, straight up 1 mile. So you're going slow. You get to see that if the cable that's holding you going straight up a mountain breaks, exactly how far and fast you would fall. It's not great, but in the end, it was fun. It was a terribly rainy, terribly foggy day, so the spectacular views that we were promised at the top of the mountain were not available to us. No, we have a picture of our family standing in a cloud, essentially, but it was still really fun. I would totally do it again, I think, but it was spooky. So we went straight up, and then at the top, they had a gift shop, which was very exciting. They had a gift shop full of all kinds of fun treats and yummy sodas, and probably the biggest selection of moon pies I've ever seen. You guys know what moon pies are. This was so many moon pies. It was every flavor you could imagine, and they were mini ones, so they were small. And you could buy like 10 of them for $10 or whatever it was, and I did. So I'm going to be making an extended Jenna Tries video that I'll be putting up on my website. Every flavor of moon pie, key lime, banana, there were so many, salted caramel, chocolate, regular ones, vanilla, lemon. There were so many. I just kind of got one of each, and I'm going to be tasting them all, and I can't wait. It's going to be spectacular. So I sacrificed my life. Okay, I was real scared. I had to really suck it up and be brave, and I got to the top of that mountain, and I got my moon pies. And it was way fun. So then after that, like 10 minutes away, not even, is this place called Ruby Falls. And I don't know why Chattanooga has all this crazy stuff at this one mountain. And it's like there's a lot of stuff that's happened there over the years. Anyway, Ruby Falls is a cave, and you essentially go down into the ground under a mountain. Excuse me, I'm yawning. You go down under the ground into a mountain, and you have to walk like a half a mile in and then a half a mile out, and they do these tours. Basically, it's a giant waterfall inside of the ground in a mountain, and it's pretty spectacular. I was amazed by it. It was a little claustrophobic for me. I didn't love it, but the man who found it crawled for 17 hours through a tiny crack because he just really felt like he needed to figure out what was inside that mountain. He just felt inspired to. And then he named the waterfalls after his wife, Ruby. So it's romantic too. But Ruby, poor thing, probably thought he was dead for 3 days as he climbed in and out of this mountain. So anyway, wild story. They tell the story very dramatically. You go on this really cool tour. It takes just over an hour to go in and out. But the waterfall is really cool. They also offer this tour without any lights. So they have it lit up. It's really beautiful. But they do special tours where you go down and they turn all the lights off, and you have to navigate through these tiny, narrow passageways just with a lantern. And I kind of want to do it. I would be so scared. I don't know. I'm a real worst case scenario kind of gal. So inside I was like, what happens if there's an earthquake when we're underground? At one point, the tour guide was like, just so you know, there's an entire Empire State Building worth of rock over us right now. It's a lot to take in. Okay, I'm just trying to have fun with my kids here. So that was pretty cool. Then we saw my nephew. He graduated from high school, which was spectacular. Good job. Way to go. He had an indoor graduation, unlike some of those kids in Tennessee. Did you guys see that video in Franklin, Tennessee, where the kids had to sit in the rain for their graduation? A lot of people are like, oh, it ruined the special moment. And all I'm saying is those kids have a story for the rest of their lives of the time they got soaked to the bone at their high school graduation and were on the news for it. So you know what? You got a cool story. That's what I say. I had to speak in church. I had to teach at church. It was a crazy day at church, but we had a great weekend overall. Like I said, hot dogs, hamburgers, barbecue. I made mac and cheese. And then let's launch right into the food news that I have for you guys. Okay. First things first, I was able to try the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Creamy Coconut Soda. I tried the zero sugar one. I have a Jenna Tries video for that I will be posting on Instagram and Facebook. Then we also had the real sugar stuff. So just regular Dr. Pepper, creamy coconut. You guys know I do not drink real sugar soda unless I'm just tasting it for a sip. But we have a few cans of it at our house. And I was making dessert for a barbecue over the weekend. And I thought to myself, I'm making this beautiful patriotic looking trifle. That'll be fun. But I kind of want to bring some chocolate to the party too. But I don't have that many eggs. And I have heard that you can just mix a soda and a cake mix together and it makes a delicious cake. But I don't have any chocolate cake mix, but I do have brownie mix, Ghirardelli brownie mix from Costco. So I took a can of the full sugar Dr. Pepper creamy coconut and a brownie cake mix, and I mixed them together. And I realized this was too much liquid, okay, because I used the whole can and it was way too soupy. So I added another brownie mix because, of course, I had the Ghirardelli brownie mix from Costco, and you get 6 bags in a box. So I did 2 brownie mixes, 1 can of full sugar Dr. Pepper creamy coconut, mixed it up really well. It was the perfect consistency. Poured it in the biggest pan I had because it was a lot of mix, and baked it in the oven for about 30 minutes or so, I want to say, at 350. Don't quote me on that because I'm not positive. It was like probably 30 minutes-ish. They came out perfect. You guys, if you're in a pinch and you don't have eggs or butter or oil and you got some full sugar soda lying around, you can use it to make a cake or brownies. Everybody at the party loved these brownies. There was just a hint of coconut flavor in them, which I thought was delicious. I'm not kidding you. Everybody loved the brownies. They were really good. So I'm just saying, I feel like I invented something. Now I realize, yes, people on the internet have been saying you can mix cake mix and soda, but I did brownies, okay? And I think the Dr. Pepper creamy soda tasted really great with the brownies. Cherry's probably good too. Regular Dr. Pepper is probably good too. I know people use Coca-Cola all the time in their baking, but I didn't use any eggs, no oil, no butter, no water, just the soda and the brownie mix, and it was delicious. So feel free to use my little tip here, okay? I'm just out here and making culinary dreams come true. Dr. Pepper creamy coconut brownies, you're welcome, world. It was pretty fun, and the brownies were a hit. In fact, people, I think, liked them better than the trifle, even though the trifle was so good, and it tastes even better today when I took a bite of it in my fridge. There was just a little bit left over. I took a bite. Delicious. Anyway, okay, speaking of soda, like I said, I have tried the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Creamy Coconut, and I really liked it. It's very sweet, very coconutty. I don't think it's going to replace Diet Coke in my life. I'm not sure any drink would ever replace Diet Coke in my life. Maybe. I doubt it. But I'm not saying it's not possible. I really liked it. So I'm kind of just going to start a little mini series, guys. A mini series within the Jenna Tries podcast where we taste new zero sugar sodas. All right. So this one today is Dirty Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Cream Soda Dew. And I'm excited to taste this. It has 5 calories. 5 calories? Why does it have any calories? 5 calories. I don't know what it's made of, but it has 5 calories. Interesting. I thought it would be 0 calories, but I'll take the 5. I'm excited to try this. I do like Mountain Dew. I kind of got burned out of it. I want to say I got the stomach flu once and I drank Mountain Dew to try to feel better, and it made me feel worse. And that was probably a dumb thing to do. You don't need to tell me it was dumb, but I did, and it kind of ruined Mountain Dew for me for a while. But I have a lot of family members who drink it, so I've had it since, and I think I still like it. It was just one of those bad experiences, you know? Ooh, that smells insane. It smells like cream soda mixed with Mountain Dew, which I think it might be just that. Okay. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Heavy on the cream soda. That tastes almost exact. Ooh, it's got like a kind of an interesting aftertaste. What am I tasting? It's good. Is it good? I think it's good. It's got a lot of caffeine in it. I'm trying to see if there's giving me anything about what the flavor is, but there's just nothing in here to give me any indication what I'm tasting. It tastes a lot like cream soda with kind of like a little at the end. Does that make sense? It's like got like a lime, not lime, but like maybe some citrusy after notes. I think that's the better. Let's see. I don't think I love it. I really want to like it. I loved the Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut significantly more than this. This is not for me. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to drink even any more of it. Not for me. There's just something about it that's giving me the ick, if I can borrow that phrase. Ugh. Yeah, I don't need that again in my life. I'm just going to wash it down like a little Diet Coke here. Delicious. Well, that is the new creamy, dirty Mountain Dew. Not for me, but the Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut, delicious. Next week, I'm going to be sharing with you Cheerwine. Have you guys heard of Cheerwine? It's a Southern soda. I believe it was made from one of the Carolinas. They have a 0 sugar version. I'm going to share it with you next week on the show. I think you're going to hopefully like it. I don't know. I was excited to find a new soda, Cheerwine. I like the name of it. I don't drink wine, but this is not wine. It's just soda, and I'm excited. Okay. So, sorry, that Mountain Dew is leaving a flavor in my mouth I do not care for. Okay. All right. You guys, when are we going to just let pickles be pickles? I am into pickles right now. I'm also into relish right now. I think my body wants to eat more pickled foods. Maybe my gut is screaming for something like that. It's screaming for what is the word? It's kimchi. Food that's been You guys, I'm having a major brain fart. You know what I'm talking about. This is when you need someone else on the show to be like, obviously, kimchi is, sauerkraut is. It's when you keep the food for a long time and you let it just kind of go bad but good. Oh, wow. I cannot think of the word. This is driving me insane. What is the word? Guys, what is it? Okay, doesn't matter. Move on. You know what I'm talking about. I think my body wants that right now, so I'm going to start eating more of all those things. Okay, so pickles. Pickles, the pickle fad has continued. Smoothie King, which I've never been to, but I know they're all over the place. There's a ton of them, is making a Grillo's. That's that pickle brand everybody says is amazing. Grillo's smoothie. Pickle smoothie. Pickle smoothie. I do not need a pickle smoothie in my life. Why are we doing this? I know people love to do these fads. They did pickles, like ice pops a long time ago. I tried them. They were gross. They're gross. Pickle juice is for when you're running a marathon and you need a little pick-me-up. Although my daughter loves pickle juice, so maybe she is someone who would like a pickle juice smoothie. But I cannot imagine eating a pickle smoothie for real. Like a whole one, like a giant, like maybe if they just gave little shots of it, I would be okay with it. But let's just all calm down. Pickles are great. I love pickles. But let's just calm down. We don't need to be fermented. I just thought of the word. Kimchi, fermented. I need fermented food, not just pickled food. It tastes so good to me. Just so good. Okay, pickles. Let's calm down about pickles. I love them. You love them. We don't need them in smoothies. Can we all just agree on that? Thank you. That sounds good. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you saw this in the news. Chipotle. The Chipotle CEO is ridiculous. Okay, so he did an interview and he basically said like, listen, our portions haven't shrunk. All you got to do is ask for more. Because, you know, I've been to Chipotle a lot in my life. I was obsessed with it when it first came out. We had one in New York near my apartment. I basically always had one near an apartment that I lived at in New York, and it was my all-time favorite food. I went multiple times a week. I could afford it. It filled me up. I could use it for 2 meals. Like, it was the best. I was obsessed with Chipotle. There was one location where they would just give me the burritos for free. I was real cute back then, okay? So I had a lot going for me. And Chipotle was home. It was comfort food at its finest. In the last 5 years, maybe even longer, pre-pandemic even, the quality has not been as good. And you know that. They were in the news for giving everybody E. coli, I think, for a while. And the quality is just, every time I go, it's dirty or messy. I still really love the food when it's good. When you get a good Chipotle, the one in our town is not good. It's always a disaster. The rice is crunchy. There's always like something wrong. And it's depressing. So the CEO, people are saying, oh, they're complaining about portion size. What do you have to say about that? He's like, well, you should ask for a little more. It's always been our brand ethos, and it still is to this day. We serve big, beautiful bowls and burritos. Full stop, no questions asked. If you want more, just ask the team member. I promise you, there's never a team member on the line that's going to say no. Is he insane? Have you ever tried to ask for more? They act like you're asking them to cut off a finger, cut off their, it's like sacrificing a child. They're not excited about giving you more. Plus, if you ask for more protein, they're charging you for double meat. So are you charging me more when I ask for more and they give me more? What's going on? I think there were people who were going viral because they were going in saying, I just want a little bit more. I just need a little bit more. I bet employees and managers and people who own the franchises were so annoyed at this comment. But at the same time, I should be able to ask for more. I just think it's hilarious, okay? Like, oh, can I get a little more? First of all, no one's comfortable asking for more. We are in a culture where we just want to text. Can I text the employee that I get some more? Because that kind of confrontation, most of us can't handle these days. You can't be telling me just ask for more. That's not an easy ask. Honestly, they do act like you're hurting them when you ask for more. When I get my Chipotle order, I've always just said 2 scoops of pico de gallo because I'm like, give me 2 of them. I don't just want 1 little teeny scoop. I want 2 scoops, and they've never given me any trouble. So I guess he's right in that way. But if you even hint that you want more chicken, they're charging you for more chicken. They don't care about rice. They'll give you as much of that as you want. They don't care about the salsas necessarily. But guac, can you ask for more guac if you feel like it was a chintzy serving? You're going to pay a lot of extra for guac, but what if they give you like a teeny little baby scoop? I've always found at Chipotle too, if you ask for sour cream, they give you the most sour cream. And you're like, no one wants that much sour cream. They need to have a smaller spoon for the sour cream because you go in there and you're getting tiny servings except for the sour cream, and then your food is drowning in sour cream. It's actually one of the reasons I don't like sour cream is I tasted it at Chipotle and went like, oh my goodness, it's disgusting. No, thank you. So anyway, this has caused a lot of controversy, obviously. And I probably will not be going to Chipotle anytime soon. I usually go to Chipotle once when I'm on the road because it's such a good meal to like fill me up and then I don't have to eat and I'm not hungry at all and I feel good. But I probably won't be going to Chipotle anytime soon in my town because truly I think it's one of the worst Chipotles I've ever been to. And it's not even like, I live in a great town. It's a nice place. And the location is right next to a brand new Starbucks. It's a brand new location. It's at this like really cute outdoor mall. It should be a good experience. But you go in there and you ask for food and they're like, why are you even here? And I'm like, I thought you guys sold food. And they're like, go away. Our rice is crunchy. We're going to give you small portions. We're going to roll our eyes if you ask for more. And I can't take it. I'm not emotionally strong enough, apparently. I don't like it. I can't get in a fight with the Chipotle people. I can't do it. So anyway, I just thought, come on, don't just tell us to ask for more. That's so bogus. So bogus. And it is really expensive, is it not? I feel like it's gotten crazy expensive. Chipotle used to be like a good deal, and now it's like when I go on the road, it's almost $20 if I want anything extra, like guac or a big drink or whatever. I mean, like a large soda, guys, calm down. I don't drink, you know that. All right, moving on. I'm working on a new piece that I'll be publishing on my website and potentially over on X. Sometimes I share articles over there too. I'm working on a new piece because about just some things I've noticed over the last few years. And a lot of people have been talking about this too. I'm not completely original here in my thoughts. In fact, I know I'm not. But here's my feeling. So I did not know who Alex Cooper was until the last maybe year or two. I'm old. You guys, when she came on the scene, I was already married and having kids. I was not listening to a podcast called Call Her Daddy, though I did not know what it was. I had heard of the podcast. It had been like if I opened the podcast app, it had popped up in there. So I'm not completely naive. I knew what it was, kind of, but I had never, ever listened to any of it. Until recently, I've seen maybe 2 or 3 clips that other people have shared of her because I have not paid any attention to her. But from what I can tell, it was kind of a rated R podcast, for lack of better words. You know, they talked about some saucy things, kind of about the idea of being an independent woman, not getting married, not worrying about kids because you got to go party and have one night stands and do whatever you want and say and act however you want. I think that was sort of the idea of the show, right? And in the last couple of years, Alex Cooper, this host, she's beautiful, she's rich, she's talented, has sort of turned the tables on everybody in a way. She got married a couple years ago. She recently announced that she's pretty far along in her first pregnancy. So she's having a baby with her husband, which is pretty traditional, guys. Welcome to the club, Alex Cooper. It's a great place to be. And I think a lot of people have received this news with some hostility. Like, whoa, you've been selling like the complete opposite thing here. You said you weren't getting married. You weren't having kids. You were too cool for that. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to do this and that. And so some people have been really kind of mean to her. And I think when I first heard that, there's a little part of me that has like a little bit of a negative reaction in that, like, why are you telling girls that they should go do this when you went and did the traditional thing? And I've thought about it, and you know what? I have a different opinion, I think. Here's where I'm coming from. Now, I was not a party animal. My husband, guys. I wanted to get married. I was so excited when I met Al. I did not party around. You guys know what I'm talking about if you know me. I can elaborate on that further if needed, but I'm not going to. So I love my husband. I'm so happy I found him. I was the girl who was like, I don't know if I really want to have kids. I was all about my career and I'm doing this and I still love my career. I still do. But as you all know, I have 4 children. And that was a surprise to me as much as anybody else in my life. Let's get real. I go home and I'll run into like my friends from high school or their parents, and they'll be like, "You have 4 kids? Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Oh, we did not. Okay." So everybody's surprised. Okay. Now I didn't have tens of millions of dollars, and I wasn't trying to sell like a wild lifestyle. So I get it. She's definitely turned the tables on her fans. And there is this idea that she was selling something that maybe wasn't the best idea, or maybe wasn't the greatest thing. But here's where I'm at. I was the girl growing up who I'd go to church and I'd hear older women who had children, who were mothers and wives, say like, being a mom's the greatest thing ever. And they would ask us like in our church classes, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And some of the girls would be like, I want to be a mom. And I was always like, no thanks. I'm going to have a career, right? I was that girl. And I look back on that now and I wish I had not been so smug and so dismissive, because being a mom is awesome. And living this traditional life of getting married and having kids is awesome. And it's very fulfilling. And I think we as a society need to stop trying to change that. We know that the secret to life is family. Okay, would it be nice to have $100 million and then get married and have kids? Sure, that would be fine, I guess. But if you have a happy marriage and you're happy and you love your children, would you trade them for $100 million? You would not. You would not. So anyway, I'm working on a piece all about this. I have a million different thoughts about it. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. I did not know who Alex Cooper was. I'm telling you, I still don't really know her well. I've just seen clips of her show as I was looking this up because I saw there was like outrage about this woman. But it's been interesting because other celebrities have done this too. Like, I follow Whitney Cummings on Instagram, and watching her become a mom has been highly entertaining. She was like a total wild woman, and I never expected her to have a child. Now, she's not married yet. She is engaged, and I think she had a donor for her baby, but then she is engaged to someone. And she seems really happy, and I'm so happy that she's happy, and it is fun to watch her discover how awesome it is to be a parent and how awesome finding someone you love is. And at first I kind of felt the same thing too, like, man, you really are just embracing this motherhood thing. And if you would have known, we've all been trying to tell you, it's pretty great. But I think, wouldn't it be nice if we could just chill out and go like, it's great to get married. It's great to have kids. And we don't need to be so mean because, yeah, Alex Cooper figured it out. And I don't know, maybe she'll be a good influence on people, and maybe people will want to get married and have kids because of her. I don't know. Again, I've not listened to her show. I don't know what she's truly preached except for the few things that I've heard online. I'm not going to go listen to her show because I just don't need that in my life. But I do think that it's very interesting to watch this happen. And I do wonder if people who followed her and listened to her and perhaps listened to her advice do feel a little bit betrayed, or if maybe they're worried now because they might also want to fall in love and get married and have kids. And if you delay it for too long, it gets harder. I don't know why it's bad to say that. It does get harder. I got married when I was 26, which to the world standards is very young. But to my religion, where I come from, I was one of the last of my friends or of my classmates in high school. Like, a lot of those girls got married either in college or right after high school. I was like the one still like, oh, she's not married yet. I didn't have kids till I was 29 and a half. So I was technically like later in life for the culture that I grew up in. I understand by the world standards that is not old, but I'm just saying, like, maybe myself included and these girls who preach this be an independent woman thing, maybe we should all just like calm down a little bit and understand that like it's okay to want to have kids and get married, and there's nothing wrong with that. And in fact, it's probably one of the most fulfilling things you can do because history keeps telling us that that's it. No one's going to remember who we are later. Like, even the most famous person, let's say from like 1940. Do you know who was the most famous person then? No, you don't. You don't. None of us do. We know a handful of actors, a handful of singers. We know a handful of people from history for this or for that. But there are millions, billions of people. We don't know them. But you know who I do know? I know who my great-grandparents were. I know who my grandparents were. I know who my parents are. I love them dearly. They lead me and guide me and are a great example to me. Those are the people who remember. So it's one of those things where you look at history, look at the people who've come before us. They kind of know what's great and what's fulfilling. No one's on their deathbed like, boy, I wish I'd worked and made more money. No, they're like, boy, I wish I had more time with this beautiful family I have. Boy, I wish I could tell you all the things that have really been meaningful. Anyway, rant over. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Like I said, I'm working on a piece of writing about this because I think there's something there, and I might not have even articulated myself all that well here, but it is absolutely something I've been thinking about as I've seen people in an uproar about her having a baby. I'm like, we should all be glad. Let's say, good job. Way to go, girl. And what will be interesting is to see how her content changes. I think her podcast has shifted anyway. I think a lot of times it used to be just her talking or a friend or whatever. And she now interviews people. I remember she does big interviews, but she's changed a lot. People change. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I would love to hear from you guys. You can text me, call me, whatever you want. The phone number is in the show notes. And I am excited to hear from you. I hope you have a really great week. I'll be back again next week. And stay tuned for more Jenna Tries in your life. And if you want to sign up for the website, go to jennakimjones.com. It's $5 a month. If you sign up for a year, you get 2 months off. And I do have content up there. I'm going to be posting a long form moon pie taste testing video. Maybe I can get Al to jump in there and say hi as well. He misses you all. Thanks for listening to the show. Bye, everybody.
Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's Room of Choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.